Arce.
Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Our guest co-host is back. Claudia.
What's up, fellas? Good morning. Good morning.
How you feeling this morning?
I got sleep. I wasn't out in the streets last night. I had a good time the night before, and I was responsible last night.
Okay.
No hookah lounge in the hood.
No.
No.
Okay. Now, what about you, Charlamagne?
Oh, I didn't get no rest. I'm going off like about 15 hours of sleep all week long because I was in LA yesterday for a new event called Hollywood in Mind, and it's a new event focused on the intersection of mental health in the entertainment industry, and it was founded by Kathy Appelfeld Olsen. You know, she's a veteran journalist, and so it was just an event to coincide with Mental Health Awareness Month. It was on the it was at UTA, the agency UTA.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you know,
nice.
so it was at their Beverly Hills campus yesterday. So me and my guy Elliot Connie and Jay Barnett, we had a panel out there.
Okay.
You know, speaking on mental health.
Dope.
Yes. So I flew back. I landed back 1 a.m. this morning.
Oh wow.
Yes, and I'm here.
How was your night?
I watched the game. I watched the Celtics game last night. My daughter had a game. They won last night. Shout to them. She had a double and a single. So I told her if she had a double, we had to go to Dairy Queen. So we had to go to Dairy Queen. So I took her to Dairy Queen, and then I watched the game last night. You know, salute to the Celtics. They tied it up last night, and you know we'll talk about the Denver Nuggets and everything that happened with them in a little bit.
Yeah, I watched the whole Celtics Sixers game on the plane. Fell asleep during the Suns Nuggets game. When I woke up, boy, the Nuggets was wiping their ass with the Suns.
Game 7 for the Celtics on Sunday. I think I might be there. Actually.
Really? You going to the game?
My brother, he's married to a very wealthy woman, so they have a booth.
Oh,
a suite, I should say.
Nice.
Take advantage.
I am.
Take advantage. That's your neck of the woods, though.
Yeah, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. So yeah, New England. So Celtics and Patriots fan.
Okay. Well, Kirk Franklin and his wife Tammy will be joining us this morning.
I'm mad I missed my man Kirk, man.
Yeah, you missed that yesterday.
Off the chain.
Yeah,
he's off the chain.
Wow. He has a new TV show we'll talk about. He also has a new single we'll talk about. And I think we'll get that on this morning, so we'll kick it with them in a little bit. And then we got front page news with Teslin Figaro. She'll tell us what's going on with everything in the world. But let's get the show cracking. We got a brand new joint. Lil Durk's album's out today. This one features J. Cole.
I thought you pushed it back. It did come out?
It came out, right?
I saw him push. I saw him say it wasn't coming out until May 26th. I don't know if he was trolling or not.
I thought he came out today.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is the single. It's J. Cole featuring J. Cole. It's called All My Life. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
There he is.
Let me tell you something.
Cole is spitting. Durk is spitting. Jesus, that song is dope.
My guy Bootleg Kev said something a couple of days ago. He said that Lil Durk has never had a hit. That's what he said. He said Lil Durk has never had a hit, like a traditional radio hit, like how Little Babies had a lot of radio hits and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Well, Durk has This Is What They Want. They had the record with Drake, but go ahead.
That was Drake's record. Mm-hmm. This is actually Durk's record. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
That Durk and Cole gonna go.
All My Life is crazy.
That's hard.
That's crazy.
That's
they both
hard.
spitting.
Drop on the clues bomb for Lil Durk there. That's hard.
Then J. Cole. J. Cole went on for that.
Of course he did.
Don't say of course he did.
I mean, of course he did. It's J. Cole.
Jesus.
He did snap though. J. Cole said a lot of things that we've said a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, especially about rappers when nobody knows these kids. You don't hear about them until they die. Mm-hmm. And we shouldn't. And I've said that a million times. Like I don't want to hear about you in Rumor Report if we never even played your music.
That's the first time you heard about you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez. How you feeling?
Good morning. Happy Friday, Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and gorgeous Claudia Jordan. Good morning.
What's up, Hood Whisperer?
All right. Well, let's get into it. We ain't got much time. I just want to tell you guys again, the 76ers beat the Celtics beat the 76ers 95-86, and the Nuggets washed the Suns 125-100, sent the Suns home.
Ebony K. Williams would be proud of Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant is not a bus driver. Okay, Charles Barkley told us this last year, and folks got mad. But the reality is, KD has not proven that he can lead a team to success. He's been he's a bus rider.
Jesus,
he's a bus rider.
That's what Charles Barkley said, and it seems like that.
Kevin Durant gets busy. I don't think he had enough time to click
busy
with that team. He was injured when he first came to that team. I think Kevin Durant's one of the best players in the NBA.
What happened with the Nets then?
A little inconsistent.
He didn't have nobody. Kyrie Irving wasn't there.
Here we go.
Then
right,
James Harden left.
I'm not talking to
you. Then Ben Simmons didn't play. Like he didn't get a fair shot.
Oh my God.
He did have Kyrie for some of the season, though.
He didn't have a fair shot. And when he had Kyrie, they was better.
You're right, C-Murder. I can't even believe Envy let that come out of his mouth, but okay.
But he was inconsistent, though.
He didn't have a fair shot.
Him and Kyrie Irving got swept by the Boston Celtics last year together in the second round.
But they never
first
played.
round.
It was the first round.
First round
they
last year.
They hardly played with each other.
Man, stop.
It's the truth.
A lot of inconsistencies from both of them.
Yeah, but they didn't have a fair shot or actually playing with each other.
Could you stop?
No.
You got to stop.
Teslin, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, let's talk about Jordan Neely. Now, the man that choked him is facing charges now?
Yes, he is. Nearly 2 weeks after Daniel Perry used a fatal chokehold to restrain Jordan Neely on the floor of a New York City subway car, Penny will face criminal charges. Penny will be arrested and charged for killing Jordan Neely, a 30-year-old black man experiencing homelessness and mental health problems after he had been shouting on board the subway. And the 24-year-old white U.S. Marine Corps veteran will face a charge of secondary manslaughter, which could carry a jail term up to 15 years. Now, attorneys for Penny said that their client, along with the other two riders who helped restrain Neely, acted in self-defense. So we've been watching this story, covering this story like most folks have, and we saw a lot of protesters who were out, demanding justice, and it looked like, that's what is about to happen.
Yeah, that's what we said it would be. We said it would be manslaughter. If he got charged at all, we said it would be manslaughter.
But the people who helped hold him down, self-defense, are you serious?
Yeah, how did he get a self-defense
That sounds
charge?
nuts. The people who held his arms down while he's being choked. Self-defense for them. I don't think so.
Yeah, how do you even come to that conclusion? If one person that's choking him out gets manslaughter, how did the two people that's helping him get self-defense? That don't make any sense.
Well, the attorney is still going to argue self-defense. So the charge versus what the attorney is going to argue are two totally different things. So expect them to say, no, Penny was self-defense as well. But I understand what you guys are saying, which is what about, getting the other folks arrested as well. I'm curious, though, are there any cameras on any of the subways in New York?
Not on the trains. I don't ever see. Well, when I was on the train, I don't think there are, because we would see more crimes and more things happening. But I will say this: it seems like they charged that gentleman just to kind of make the public be quiet. Because why would they charge one and not the other two? It just seems like they charged it just to make the public be quiet, and that guy just walk away with he'll plea out to something small.
There's got to be an accessory to manslaughter charge, right?
Yeah, because if there's one manslaughter, wouldn't it be three? All three of them, because they all participated in what happened, right?
That feels like that's setting it up to give the other guy a self-defense out. The aggressor.
But everybody protesting, the city's upset. It's like, okay, we charge him, and then you'll see it just, okay, we'll plea out to something small. He won't. I don't think he'll get any time or anything like that. That's what it seems like. But
just send it up.
All right. Well, Tez, we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Absolutely.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. You know what I can't stand, guys? I cannot stand going to Stop and Shop or Walmart or Target and they don't have bags anymore. That ish irks the F out of me.
They do have bags. You just got to pay for them. Stop being cheap.
No, but I do pay them for them the first time, and then I forget them at home. And then
so you got to buy some more.
And then you got to buy some more. Then on my way home, my wife says, pick some things up. Then I don't have them bags in the car. Then I got to pick up some more.
It is annoying. That and the paper straws. I'm over that too.
The paper straws? That's
I know it's good for the environment, but I'm over them. I like sea turtles too, but I just don't like the straws.
Jesus.
Go back to using dollar bills and sniff your cocaine. Stop using plastic straws.
800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
The Breakfast Club. Wake it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Charlamagne.
What's up, you bottom tier bastard?
Oh,
Jesus.
You bottom tier trade. You bottom tier trade, you.
Spreading that agenda. So you got people in my DMs calling me a bottom now.
You bottom tier trade. They know bottom tier trade when they see it.
Well, you bottoms stick together.
We all just go home today.
Claudia Jordan, say good morning.
What's up, Miss Claudia Jordan? How you, baby?
Hey, bottom.
Miss Claudia, don't do that.
If you're gonna be a bottom, be a power bottom though. Throw it back.
No, man, I'm a top. Okay, Charlamagne is here bottom.
Okay.
What up,
Look,
Trav?
can I tell y'all about this girl that's in my building and her man? Like, ladies, if y'all think y'all man is gay, please just leave and don't be getting an attitude with me. So, there's this guy in my building that he sell weed and stuff, right? So I had met him like a year ago. So they had delivered his girl package down to my part of the building where he couldn't get into the building. So he texted me and was like, yo, my girl's package is down there. Can you get it for me? I'm going to come down there later and get it from you and I smoke with you.
Uh-oh.
So the girl calls me and she's like, you and my man on some weird stuff. So I was like, what? It seems like y'all was aware stuff. I was like, just get off my phone. I just got your package. He coming out here to get your package. So Ladies, if you feel like your man is gay, please just leave.
First of all, I don't like you calling up here telling project business. All right? And number two, I can't believe you out here giving fellatio for Reggie.
Wow.
You know what? You know what, sir? You and your agendas that you push in.
But did you smoke with him? Because that is kind of like sus if he's like asking you to smoke with him. Because that's usually how you.
How is that sus that a man is asking his homie to smoke with him?
Y'all not homies.
Whenever a guy wants to smoke weed or go have drinks with me, I know what he wants that to lead to. That's the warm up. That's like the old high school. Let me give you a massage.
No, we became homies a year ago. I met him literally outside my building one day, and I used to get weed from him. And we became cool.
I can tell you smiling ear to ear right now, reminiscing right now. You sound like you're smiling. Like, come on, tell us the real.
You know what? Look, I need y'all to start thinking gay men and street men can't be friends. Strictly friends. Now, because we can. I hang around nothing, but I'm not a street man.
Now, we your friend, but we know that seems like a little extra, Trav. Did you kiss him, Trav?
No, y'all gay. There's a difference, baby. I hang around real straight men. Bye.
Oh, man. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
What's up, man? This is Sean from Queens.
Sean from Queens. What part of Queens?
Rosedale.
Okay, north side.
Nah, we south side. You know that.
Rosedale is not south side, damn it. There's nowhere near the south side.
Why not?
No,
Why not?
South, because Jamaica, Queens, that's South Jamaica. That Rosedale ain't no damn. You damn near Long Island.
So, Envy, let me ask you a question.
Oh,
when
you close to Far Rock.
You rep north side?
You said what?
You rep north side when you was growing up?
I'm from north side, Queens. I'm from the north side.
Of course you are. But when you was growing up, was there a north side?
Nah, when I was growing up, it was always south side. Everybody said south side. But we from the north side. We had grass. But what up? Get it off your chest.
What's good, man? I want to talk about that arrest.
On the train. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I feel personally, rest in peace to the man, you know? But from what they saying, he was acting irate. And we have parents, you feel me? If somebody sees somebody acting irate on the train, they want to maintain the situation, do what you got to do. Now, this puts our parents at risk.
Shouldn't end in a death sentence, my brother. That shouldn't end in a death sentence. You know, he wasn't.
Absolutely. You're right, though, Charlamagne. I'm not going to say you're not right. But at the same time, to contain him at the time, you don't know how much he was wilding out.
But imagine if every time you saw someone wild out on a train, they got choked out. But come on, like that.
I said that the first day. I said, you know, being on the train and used to have to take the train before, you would see people wild out on the train, and you would see people get their face cut. You would see people get punched in the face. You would see people get thrown acid on. Like, you've seen a lot of wild stuff on the train. So, you know, but you know, you choke a man to his death, you know when that man is had enough. You know what I mean? But
15 minutes chokehold, and you're a Marine,
and it's three of y'all. It's not like it's you by yourself and you holding on for dear life. You know what I mean? It's three of them there, but I also say, you know, there had to be witnesses. So I'm sure somebody's going to come up, they're going to take it to court, and the witnesses will decide, you know, what happened. But, you know, it's scary because I've been on the train and I've seen a lot of wild-ish, but three people holding a man down, I don't know.
That man should not be dead.
But at the same time, here's another thing, right? Imagine somebody wilding out and you let them wild out and they push them into the train, into the train.
But they was
on.
Sorry.
They were on the train, I understand that. But people wild out all up in the transit system, period.
Listen, man, restraining somebody is one thing. Choking them out is another. Like, if he was wilding out and he needed to be restrained, cool. But he shouldn't be dead.
All the reports I'm hearing, he didn't hurt anyone. He wasn't touching anyone. He was just talking and yelling and ranting about being hungry. So I don't think verbal things he's done. He said he's wilding out verbally, not physically.
I wasn't there, but that's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know, but I will say this: sometimes those rants and those screams and those yells turn into something else. I've seen it a bunch of times on the train, but he didn't deserve to die. Hello, who's this?
All my life they try to take me down.
Fire.
Man.
Fire, right?
Hey.
Fire.
Huh?
Fire record.
What?
Fire.
Lil Durk and J. Cole, that record hurt to my soul. This is Sean Stone, by the way. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
DJ Envy, big up Charlamagne, big up Claudia, Jordan, big up yourself. What's going on, girl?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, listen, Claudia, I can't believe you're 50 years old. I had to Google you.
Oh, yeah? I know.
Yeah, you look beautiful in your pictures, man.
Thank you. I was a late bloomer, so I didn't wear myself out early.
Let me ask you a quick question. Would you date a sanitation worker, Claudia?
You ain't about to
I'm a
set me
driver,
up.
actually.
If he owned a sanitation company.
Are you fine? I mean, what you look like? How you treat me? Sell yourself. Come on.
If you want to know what I look like, Claudia Jordan, just go to Sean Stone TV on IG. That's SeanStone TV, and I'm Jamaican. Been in this country now for like 25 years. You know what I mean?
I do.
And I have an 8-year-old son, and I'm divorced.
I do love
Absolutely.
Caribbean men. I do love Caribbean
Yeah?
men. Yes, I do.
So if your man treat you right, Claudia Jordan, definitely check out my IG page. I mean, I'll send you a message later when I get off of work.
Okay, in front of everybody like this.
All right, he got good. He got good benefits.
If I have something going on, I'm just all the way on blast right now.
Hello, who's this?
DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. Good morning.
OG Rob. Where you been, OG?
Hey, been trying to call. You know, I'm always trying to call. Just can't get through. I got to get lucky, man. What's going on?
All right, well, you know what it is. It's bar time. It's Friday. Let's go. Give us some bars.
All right, listen, check it out. I said NYC, home of the city and great vets. Let me bring some things back to the forefront and recollect. Empty out clip after clip. Flooding your timeline. Who want what? Get caught in the mix. Easy to flatline, I'm ball ready. Diamond to dips, man, that's a full set. Take a breath, master the ceremony with every step. I'm in it now. Can't turn back without a profit. I figure grab some skills in the ace in every department. Let's bring them back to skate to throwbacks that raised me like milk and giz on Marcy. That's how I'm feeling, B. Build a legacy, top billing, flows and house dealing, ready and willing to clean them up for dope from position. Listen, on stage I chew them up from showcases to rock the bells, blessings for $1 in hip hop. Capital OG off a slot fee, just Google me. OG.
Okay. You got some bars from
You know what I mean?
Go ahead. You got
Yeah,
something? You got something?
Oh man, I ain't got no bars this morning.
You ain't
man.
got nothing?
I wasn't ready for
I got a bar came to my mind when you said who want what. I said I don't know who want what, but I know who want but that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Oh, okay.
Why is the theme
Right,
always
that's all
butts
right.
here?
Why is the theme always butts here? Because you know what rhymes with here.
I got something. I got a little something. I got a little something.
All right, let's
So
go.
what rhymes with here?
I'm fearful that this show's all about ass and butt.
No, what rhymes with here? It might be queer. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
What you got in?
Look. I put hoes in SC onto DKNY.
Oh.
Miami DC prefer Versace.
Oh.
All Philly hoes know it's Moschino. And
Every-
Charlamagne with a cutie wants my booty.
Yeah.
What happened, Claudia?
I feel like I need to leave y'all alone.
We just spit balls
Don't
on
leave us
Friday.
I feel like I'm
alone.
in the way here.
Don't leave us alone because it'll turn to a bone. And when it turns to a bone, the dog got to get home.
Thank you, OG Rob. Oh, man. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up. When we come back, we got rumors. Give us a tease in the rumors. What we talking about?
Yo, Kyrie and 50 getting sued by the same person.
That's
We're gonna
scary.
find out. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Claudia
happening?
Jordan here.
Good morning.
And let's get to the rumors.
Just because I'm being quiet don't mean that I don't have that fire up inside of me to get you all the way together.
This is the Rumor Report.
One thing that I'm not is a liar. First of all, my memory is too bad to be a liar. And second of all, there's just too many witnesses and people know what happened. People know the truth.
On The Breakfast Club. I'll give it to you.
All right, Praz from the Fugees is suing 50 Cent and Kyrie Irving for calling him an informant. He's not liking the label. But he's been kind of busy here. So last month it was reported that Praz was found guilty of all charges for his participation in an international conspiracy scheme against the U.S. government. Now, allegedly helped Malaysian fugitive Jolo illegally funnel over $800,000 to Barack Obama's 2012 campaign. He also alleged to have gotten $100 million to persuade Trump and officials to drop an embezzlement case they had against him. So a publication pretty much said that he was an informant, and Kyrie and 50 Cent reposted and commented on that. So that's what his lawsuit, that's why he's, suing Kyrie and 50.
This
It's
is-
a little complicated, but
this is why you can't be quick to repost or report whatever headline you see on the internet, because in most of these situations, folks don't read the actual article. They just see the headline or the blog post, and everybody starts chatting online and creating a narrative, and folks run with that narrative. And when you someone with some status and some money, if you spread one of those false stories, you can be held liable.
But I thought the publication was a reputable publication that put it out there. So if somebody reported from a reputable publication,
But did the reputable publication call him a federal informant? Probably not.
I think
the reputable publication probably broke down what happened, and the internet created the federal informant
I think they
narrative.
did, and they actually changed it after. I think they did at first. I would say allegedly. I think they did it first, and then they changed it later.
so there was a Chinese criminal, and Praz was advocating to get him extradited. So he made a call to the FBI, and then the guy got extradited. So it's kind of a gray area there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I do see some headlines though. Like I'm looking at what is this? Entertainment Weekly, and it says "Ready or Not, Praz found guilty in federal conspiracy after admitting he was an FBI informant." So I mean, yeah, that story did come from somewhere.
Yeah, it came from a reputable publication. So if somebody says it, I wonder how do you sue all those different people? Because if you say, let's say he's trying to sue
easily,
like 50 gonna say, well, I got it from this publication right here. But which is a reputable publication, though.
But they can hold everybody liable who spread that, even if it's false.
I think he's gonna have a tough time though. Remember when 50 Cent had the whole thing with Tierra Marie, and he reposted something about the sex tape?
Yes.
Yep.
And then he got away with, like, he didn't lose that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I've seen it go both ways.
Yeah, I've seen it go both ways.
I've definitely seen it go both ways.
I also do know 50 got a lot of attorneys, so it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day at court, and they're going to be spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
When 50 Cent saw the article, he called him an informant, called Praz an informant, and he shared it to his Instagram page, and he said, "I knew this fool was a rat. I'm glad I never effed with this guy." And then Kyrie followed up with, "The whole FBI informant was in the Fugees for that long?"
Well, see, 50's going to be good in that. I'll tell you
Because he
why.
never called him.
No, remember when Tony Yale was up here, and Tony Yale was saying that he believed Praz was the person who told the Ink that they were in the studio. That's what 50 was referring to. Mm-hmm. I'm not 50's lawyer, but that's what I feel like 50 was referring to in that post. I didn't even see Kyrie Irving posted, so I don't know.
Yeah, I see it. I'm sure 50 got it.
Kyrie Irving got it from Amazon.
From Amazon?
Yeah, he got it from Amazon.
Got it from Amazon.
Kyrie got it from Amazon. 50 wasn't even referring to that situation.
So they both be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be tough, though. I do. All right, Young Thug hospitalized in jail and misses court hearing. As you know, he's in jail, still awaiting trial for the YSL RICO case. Yesterday, it was reported that he had a medical emergency during court proceedings. No details about the illness have been provided. We don't know, we have those medical privacy laws. When asked about the hospitalization, his lawyer said, "I know he's had some difficulty of a similar sort at the Cobb County Jail a few months ago, so I'm obviously concerned about his well-being." Young Thug has since been released from the hospital with details of his condition still unclear.
That case has been crazy to me.
Why it don't seem real?
Right.
This whole case seemed like an episode of Power.
And it's really long. It's been dragging.
Well, first they said they had like over 100, people testifying, then that dropped to like 30 to 20, and now people are not showing up to court. People don't want to testify. This one's getting sick. That case is all over the place.
This is a TV series, 50 Cent.
Absolutely, and it feels like it's going to end in a mistrial or something.
I think so.
I wouldn't be shocked if it ends in a mistrial and Thug comes home. Because it just don't seem real.
No.
Yeah. A lot of drama around that. All right, that's it.
All right, well, that is your rumor report. Now, when we come back, Teslin Figaro will be giving us front page news, and Tammy and Kirk Franklin will be joining us. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Enter for a chance to win a VIP trip to see a Live Nation concert in the city of your choice. Concert week is May 10th through the 16th. $25 all-in tickets. Come see all your favorite artists. For entry and rules, visit breakfastclubonline.com. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our special guest co-host, Claudia Jordan, with us this morning. And let's get in some front page news. Now, let's start off with some quick sports. The Celtics beat the 76ers 95-86. The Nuggets washed the Suns 125-100 and sent them home.
I'm not going to lie. I really wish that game was on TNT because I wanted to hear Charles Barkley talk about Kevin Durant last night. You know what I mean? Because Charles Barkley once said that Kevin Durant is not a bus driver. Okay? Ebony Kid Williams would be proud. Last night, Kevin Durant proved that he is indeed still not a bus driver. He's just not. My goodness.
So he's a passenger, not a bus driver.
Yeah, he's a bus rider, and it's fine. You know what I mean? But he just hasn't proven that he can
said he
lead.
can't lead a team.
He hasn't proven yet that he can lead a team to, ultimate success.
But even if they won, y'all would say he didn't lead the team. Y'all would say that's Devin Booker's team.
No, he wouldn't. How would we say that?
Because Devin Booker's been on fire.
I don't think we would say that. But
You think people are unfairly mean to him?
Kevin
Katie?
Durant?
Just extra.
No, I don't think so. I just think it's the scrutiny that comes with being an NBA player. Look, after what we've seen LeBron go through the past 20 years, there's no such thing as somebody being mean to an NBA player. Because didn't nobody get heat like LeBron.
Yeah, but I think with Kevin Durant, I think people are mean to him, and I think they're mean to him.
How are you mean?
I'm
Every
gonna tell
decision
you,
every
because
time.
it seems like he jumped sides. He switched sides to what's better for him. Where some players try to run it out. You know what I mean?
Aren't you supposed to do that, though?
No, you're supposed to stick on your team. He went from OKC to the Warriors, then he won with the Warriors, then he went to Brooklyn Nets, then the Brooklyn Nets didn't work, then he jumped to the Phoenix Suns. These are all teams that are supposed to win.
So like an NBA toss-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Going to different people's tables and
Yes,
stuff.
which people don't necessarily respect. Like, they respect the days of Jordan staying on the team, Steph Curry and them staying and winning as a team,
Right.
and Lillard trying to stay on the Portland Trailblazers, win on that team,
Right.
not switching sides.
All right.
But all right, what we got, Teslin Figaro? Good morning.
Good morning. Well, just quickly, Charlamagne, no, Ebony K. Williams would be proud if he was the owner of the team, not riding the bus. So she made that very clear in Real Housewives of New York, by the way. She said, don't date the player, date the owner.
No, she'd be proud he's not a bus driver.
Right.
That's what Barkley
Right.
said. He's not a bus driver. Jesus Christ.
Well, where do you want to start? You want to start with Biden's approval ratings?
Yeah, let's talk about Biden's approval ratings. The most recent Center for Public Affairs research poll found that Biden's approval rating among black adults went from 90% after the first month he was in office to 58%. Now, The Root, a black online publication, asked their experts why Biden's numbers appear to be slipping among black Americans. One of those experts was Nina Smith. Now, Nina Smith is a political strategist and former senior advisor to Stacey Abrams. And she said that inflation is only one piece of the puzzle. Failure to deliver on key promises like student loan forgiveness has also come to bite Biden. She goes on to say that if you promise to do something, make sure that you deliver on it. She also goes on to say that Democrats can't treat black voters like their support is guaranteed, and that means that you have to be able to clearly communicate policies and how they affect black Americans, and that has been a struggle for them thus far. Now, Ohio State professor Hassan Jeffrey said that don't worry about the polls, especially before President Obama has a chance to stump for him again. So folks that don't like that report, take it up with the Democrat leadership that wrote it. I didn't make it up. That's literally what Democrat leadership is saying, which is that they're not doing a good job communicating to black Americans how this administration has been a positive or successful for them.
Here we go again. Every election cycle is the same thing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but run out there and vote for that man in 2024. Knock it off.
And don't fault him for the student loan thing, though, because he did his part. It was the Republicans that fought against that and filed all kind of lawsuits. They stopped it.
Right, but the problem with that is, and she even points that out in the article, you have to be honest about folks. In fact, she said, if you have a conversation with a voter, I'm literally quoting from the article, I support student loan forgiveness, but that actually happening may not be possible. So we've talked about this before on the Breakfast Club. Just keep it real with people. Don't say you're going to do something and then not, because trying to explain to them civics and how it really works, by that time they're already disappointed that it didn't happen. So say I'm going to do my best to do it. I probably won't be able to do it. I know Republican leadership is not going to allow me to do it, and that's always been the disconnect in politics when they're out stumping and trying to get support.
As you say, Tez, they be volunteering lies.
Right.
You know what I mean, like they want to do the right thing.
They do.
Right? But they just know that it's not possible. So why volunteer to lie and tell us that it is?
Right.
Correct.
Now we also got to see Elon Musk says he's stepping down.
Yeah, he's stepping down. He has decided that he will no longer be CEO. An unnamed woman will start in about 6 weeks. Several of the Tesla investors were concerned that Musk was too distracted by running Twitter, and so they told him he needs to redirect his attention back to focusing on the vehicle company. Now, we know that he acquired Twitter for about $44 billion in October, and he immediately started firing executives and firing hundreds of employees. He allowed folks who were banned on the platform to come back, and now Twitter is worth $20 billion, less than half of what he paid for it. So bottom line, they told him to go have a seat in a Tesla and get back to work and stay off Twitter playing all day.
Yeah,
that's the translation.
He definitely needs to. There was a lot of cars that he promised that was supposed to come out. I know there was supposed to be the Tesla pickup truck that a lot of people put money down on, and even those 18-wheelers, those trucks that were supposed to be all electric, that's supposed to do the self-driving, which supposed to make it safer for drivers. A lot of people put money down on those too, and they were supposed to come out years ago, and they haven't came. I mean, he got my $100 on 2 of those, so I need my stuff.
Is this a real woman though, or is it gonna be some Chat GPT AI woman?
Right, that's what I thought.
No, seriously, is it gonna be a real woman?
Because he's too obsessed with Twitter. I don't think he'd want to step down. I think he'd find a way out of that.
Yeah, I think he'll still be running it somehow, some way. And what's that on your face, bro?
Oh, just my ankle. So I had my chain around my face.
Oh,
Elon got mad weird, didn't he?
yeah.
Like he
said Elon. I thought he said Charlamagne got
When was
mad.
he not weird?
Yeah, he was
I didn't
always
know he was
weird.
this bad though.
No, he was always this weird.
I thought he was a little bit better than this.
I never paid him no attention, to be honest with you. I knew who he was, but I guess Twitter made him. Twitter's like anything else, right? When you see these people get on social media and they start showcasing more of their personality, you be like, damn, this dude corny.
Yeah.
You know?
The blue check thing was super whack what he did.
Oh, horrible.
Come on.
What's whacker is people that paid for it.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, that is your front page news. Thank you, Tesla Figaro. What you doing for the weekend?
Nothing. I'm going to sit here and curate news and be ready for the front page news on Monday.
Okay.
And make sure you subscribe to the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast from Tesla Figaro on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. Tez breaks down everything she talked about during the week here on front page news. She breaks down in depth on her podcast. So make sure you subscribe to that wherever you subscribe to podcasts.
That's right. All right. Absolutely. When we come back, Tammy and Kirk Franklin will be joining us. We're going to kick it with them, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Guest host Claudia Jordan with us today, and we got some special guests in the building. We have Kirk and Tammy Franklin. Welcome, guys.
Thank y'all. My first time, y'all.
Yeah, first time here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So you guys have a new show, The One.
I'm so excited for wifey, man. She and I are going to be hosting this really kind of cool day. It's not a Christian dating show. It's just a really just good dope dating show for people just trying to find the journey and the process. Very proud of my girl, man. I'm really excited that she's getting a chance to shine her light. We're empty nesters now, and so I'm really wanting her to kind of just get some love and people to see how incredibly dope she is, charismatic, beautiful she is, and I'm really trying to just kind of kind of push out there.
I like this. I like this.
So for people that don't know, how did y'all meet? How did he steal your heart? Or did he not steal your heart? Or like, how did y'all meet?
Y'all been together for a long time.
We have 27 years we've been married, and our story is long, so I have to give you the condensed version. But
we got time.
We first met when we were 18 years old. We were at a water amusement park, so I had on a swimsuit, looking cute. I had, red lip, had a bit of Sade going, and so I was on the outside of the water amusement park. Actually, somebody I was sort of kind of seeing at the time, we got into a little scuffle, and so I went outside just to kind of take a breather.
Okay.
And so I'm outside, I have my towel wrapped around me, and these guys come and take it from me. And so then all of a sudden this guy comes with cross colors on, fully dressed. Everybody else got on swimsuits, fully dressed. And he had the guys give the towel back to me. And I was like, oh, thank you. So then one of the guys was like, you the one told us to take it from her because you wanted to meet her.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Kirk Franklin.
Wait a minute. So Mr. Kirk Franklin, he told him, take the towel.
Yes.
And then he got it back for you, so he looked like the savior.
Yes.
So you set up a fake incident to look like the hero.
I just want to say I'm very glad to be back at the Breakfast Club this morning.
But it made me laugh.
That's playing. I ain't gonna lie.
It made, because I was in a bad mood.
That's flattering, though. That is kind of cute, though.
I was like, he did all this.
I mean, he lied, but it's cute,
little
though.
old me. Okay. But it was cute.
And I'm looking how he's looking at you. He looking at you like you got that towel off still.
He sure does.
Like, ain't he looking at you like that? He's like visualizing that towel being off. I love the complexity of the church guy staging a towel being ripped off because he's into church in the Bible, but then he has the background. But
and I was into a lot of things though, but kind of like we talked about, as I'd had this difficult kind of duality where I was in church, but I was also on the block and doing what young boys do, all the wrong things, all the the ignorant things, but was trying to be right. So you always living with that Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, but and we still do it now. So I was just trying to find my way. It's always a good woman that kind of helps give you that special push.
Absolutely.
It's a happy ending, so that's all that kind of matters. Right?
Yeah.
So why this dating show? And why is this different than any other? Because there's so many out there.
What I loved about this show when it was brought to us is you have a bachelor and a bachelorette. You have a cast that's black. And then the bachelor and bachelorette are more seasoned. They're older. And so they've lived life. They're truly ready to find the one. Where typically reality shows, and especially when it's dating focused, they're younger. And so, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not ready. But when you're seasoned and you, like our bachelorette, Ashley is a chemist. She already owns her own home. Brent is very accomplished. He's in real estate. And so they've lived enough life where they're ready to find the one. And then to come alongside with this guy right here and to coach them on a journey. We are not experts whatsoever, but we've, experience is a good teacher, as they say, and we've learned enough and done enough to where we can come alongside and coach.
I beg to differ.
And direct them.
I hate when people say, to be an expert, you have to go to school for something or you have to read books. But you guys just told us you've been married for what, 27 years, 28 years?
But
you
I
guys
think
are experts.
Well. And the reason why she said it like that, King, is that because I think that within the culture, when you start seeing couples, I think that we begin to super romanticize and idolize relationships, that we put pressures on people that we think that their lives are perfect. And so we try to aspire to what we think that perfection is. And so we like to deconstruct that to let people know that just because you got time, man, don't mean that you've got quality in. That is true. But if I was having a problem with my wife, I would call you guys before I would call somebody that's actually read up on and went to school. And the reason being is, which is my next question. So what was the toughest thing that you guys had to deal with it, and how did y'all get out of it?
Definitely blending a family was one of the things. When I came to the marriage, I had a daughter and he had a son, and who he legally adopted, daughter Carrington. And just, blending family is not the easiest thing to do. Our kids were so excited because we were their first experience of a 2-parent home for both of our kids. But I think the adults around circling the situation made it harder. And so just being able to work through that process. And then even right now, one thing I want to express is that marriage, as you know, it is seasons of ups and downs, and we're empty nesting right now, and so we've been empty nested 2 years? Yeah, but the pandemic threw it all. Well,
the kids came back. They came back home.
They came back.
Yeah, and
they came back,
and it gave kind of like a delayed reaction because the empty nesting has been harder for me.
Him.
Because
you've had a more delayed reaction.
Yeah,
I definitely have had a reaction to empty nesting. His has been way more delayed, where it has taken me by surprise.
And I really think that we are going through the hardest season we've ever gone through in our marriage now.
Right now?
Why?
It's because right now there are traumas and experiences in our lives that are coming up in ways that you were not prepared for. Meaning, like for me, the adoption issues in my life, because remember, I was raised by an older woman, and it was just me and her.
Right.
So, and as a young boy, and I was adopted when I was 4. And she was 64, and so I didn't get the chance to go to parties and go to events and hang out because she wouldn't take. I mean, at her age, she wouldn't take me places, and so I lived in a neighborhood where they were all where everybody was seniors. So I lived a lot by myself. So I was raised by myself. I mean, and so that space of loneliness didn't do well for me. And so now that we're living by ourselves, for me, and it's pushed me back even deep into therapy, is that because now the loneliness and it's like the kids been gone, there's spaces now that are too much for me to handle.
I never hear men talking about empty nesting, and this is fascinating to hear because we don't hear this.
We don't hear,
and
we hear more the woman's side.
Yeah.
And it's
more focused on the kids and what she's going through. But yeah, there is a side for the men.
Yeah, and and I don't have cousins. I don't have uncles and aunties. Like I don't have a family I can go to and spend time with, and I don't have a lot of bros. And a couple of friends I do have, like I have great 2 guy friends, but they have jobs, you know, and they're busy. So I spend a lot of time by myself. I write music by myself. I produce by myself. So, just that loneliness, my kids feel that. And so I'm having the hard job now of learning that marriage and family are not synonymous.
Right.
They are 2 different things.
And it's funny that you say that. I think that's part of the reason why I always wanted kids, right? My oldest is 21. She goes to NYU. When she left the house, that was my heart.
Congratulations.
Because she was the one that would, if I go look at a car, she's like, Dad, let's go.
Bro.
If I go to the baseball game, Dad, let's go. We go, like, she was that one. And then when she has her own boyfriend, it kind of hurt.
Bro, let me tell you something. I married Tammy not because of Tammy. I married Tammy because of her daughter. I fell in because her daughter was 5 years old when I met her. And she had these big old eyes and this red hair and this raspy voice. And I was like, I fell so deeply in love with this little girl. I was like, and like you, she's one of my best friends.
Right.
And so even her getting married,
Y'all.
it was like,
All right, we got more with Kirk and Tammy Franklin. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our guest co-host, Claudia Jordan, is here. We're still kicking it with Kirk and Tammy Franklin. And how was the industry for you, right? We always talk about Kirk and how it was for him and him traveling and the tours and the gold and platinum records and, you know, him living out his dreams. But how was it for you where, in most cases,
great question,
you have to be mom and dad, right? You're taking the kids to the games. You're taking the kids to the PTAs.
I definitely felt like a married single woman.
So how was that for you?
You know, the complexity of the industry that we're in, like we're in entertainment, but we also do gospel music / ministry. So it has a different complexity to it. So my mindset is, okay, this is calling. So when you view something like a calling, then it helps, but it doesn't take away from the hard. And there were times when it was absolutely hard to be married and feel like, you know, that you're a single mom. I learned to definitely not even bring things up to the kids until they were set in stone. I'm sure your wife does the same, because it can change at a hat. And although you understand that's hard, it's disappointing, and to be able to be real about that and say I'm disappointed in this, but also understand, and have to be the one to understand all the time. They get old sometimes, you know, as well. But when we are committed to each other. I'm committed to him. I knew going in, I counted the cost. In the industry, there's cost.
How are you guys as parents, right? Because the cool thing with sometimes being on the road a lot is you're the superhero, right? Because the kids, especially the girls, are tired of mom. So when dad comes home, they're running, they're jumping on you, they're kissing you, they're rubbing your feet, massaging you, cooking you food, drawing you something special, right? The boys are sometimes the same, sometimes different. But how are you with disagreements and arguments? Are you in the middle? Like a lot of times the girls will beef with mom crazy but won't beef with dad. So how are you with that as being a parent? Do you try to squash it? Do you be like, that's their thing?
I think that I definitely respect. There were times I had to definitely learn, okay, he's got that. This is important for him to have. And he understands that there is a process, a way of thinking. I've been a little girl before. But also, too, I think that there are ways that in which he has been very helpful with the girls at times, and I may help him.
With 27 years and the self-awareness and how you've grown to this now, what advice would you give to people? Because like you said earlier, people are so quick to throw in the towel. Like, it seems like one little bit of adversity, it's like, I can't do this, it's too much.
I really believe that we as a culture would also fix this problem by not forcing marriage on everyone. It's like, even when you see a woman, like, think about how many times a woman may go back to her family reunion, whatever. If she's 29, 30, 31 years old and not married with kids, all the older ladies jump on her like that, you know, like
girl, why you not married?
Like she's a cripple.
Like something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. And so all of these type of constructs force people sometimes into decisions that they're not ready for. Like for example, me. You know, I got married, but now that I'm much older and I'm talking to him, I was not emotionally, psychologically ready to be married, but I was in church, and the narrative in church is, if you living in sin, you're gonna go to hell.
Right.
And so you scared because you're a young boy, you know, you out there with them girls, you know. My career was taking off. It had a platinum album, even though I was in church, and there was this struggle. And so you get married, not because you understand the cost of it, but because you are driven by the fear of the community that you're in. And we all know any decision made by fear is not sustainable.
All right.
No decision made when you're afraid is a sustainable decision. And so I think that one of the things that we can do is that we can, first of all, let's pop the bubble that is romanticized. It's like, that's beautiful, that's pretty, but that's got the filter, because everything on Instagram is the filter. So it's like we keep living for the filter, but we got to be able to show the freckles. We got to be able to show, the no make. We've got to be able to paint to our young men and women as they try to maneuver through these things called love and relationships, the real pictures of what life will bring, so that they can make sober decisions.
Let me ask you a question, though. We had this conversation yesterday, right? You married to Kirk Franklin.
Okay. Oh,
Great
Jesus.
guy. Treats you well. Everything is amazing. Great father.
Has money.
Not
driving a bus.
Successful. Treats you amazingly. But he has ED. Can't get it up. Y'all can't have sex.
Not just once in a while, all the time.
Oh, I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna commit suicide.
Wait. Okay. Hold on.
I'm out of here. Come on, Jesus.
Let me ask this question.
I'm going to the upper room.
Let me ask this question.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we are in the process of dating, or we're already married?
Most of these people are already married.
You ain't gonna worry about that, girl. I'm gonna be gone.
You gonna kill yourself?
But I can't live with myself.
To me personally, that's different.
Why? Because it's not his fault. It's not like you could be like,
Well,
penis get
let
erect.
me explain
You can't,
why.
Because it could be stress. It could be.
Yes, well, let me
so many
explain
different
why different.
I'm listening.
If we're already married, to me, we're now entering a better for worse, and that means we've had hopefully really good sex, and if sex is all that was to our marriage, then it's probably doomed, because now we can't have it. But if that's not all who we were, and we come to that place, will it be hard? Well, yeah, of course. It's, I love him. I love being with my husband. But leading up to that point,
Oh my God!
you know what? You be coming on here and getting in trouble. Get back.
Look how he looking at her.
Look at he said, I still could do that other thing, though.
Yes,
He said, I can do that other thing.
there are other things that we can do.
Correct.
Yes.
So that wouldn't be a deal breaker.
No, I don't. I would. Boy, leave me alone. What? Yes.
He said, remember the other day. She's blushing over here. All right.
So you would just be like, okay, I'm gonna ride this thing out. Not really.
Well, not ride it out,
I'm not
but
gonna ride it
you know
out.
what
I'm
you
actually
mean.
going to pretend to ride it out in my
Correct.
mind. Yeah.
I am saying.
It's kind of hard to answer this with your man right there.
No, it's not for me.
Okay,
I am
good.
saying that if we are already married, now if we're dating, I'm getting to know you, and you say we're not going to be able to have sex, that's different.
What about freshly engaged? You said yes, you haven't tested the goods yet, and then he tells you.
I will have to ponder. Yeah.
I would have to ponder.
I would have to ponder that.
I would have to
that'd be
ponder.
tough.
That would be tough, because you're now telling me we're not going to ever, ever.
It'd be simulated.
Stop it. Stop it. But if we're married,
about the whistle.
to me, it is now, we're for better, for worse. And would it be absolutely hard? Actually not.
But
But now you're gonna get me in trouble. But yeah, I would.
okay.
I like to flip the question on the men though, because we did talk about, from the women's perspective.
Correct.
Yes.
And how valuable
Why
is
you
sex.
leaving?
Right. Mr. Kirk Franklin, please come
you
back.
going?
Please come back to your chair.
Is that he gotta go to the bathroom?
No. Okay, say the perfect woman. You love her. Everything about her. Everything's beautiful.
Treats you
She looks
well.
treats you amazing. Can cook. Everything. But when you go in there, you feel nothing.
It's the desert.
desert.
Because I
There
feel
are
like
things you can.
I feel
Do
like a
for
lot
the
of
desert.
women.
You can do things for the desert.
I feel like a lot of women would ride it out for men, but will our men do the same?
Nah, girl, they so selfish.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
There's a Bible script.
We gonna bring violence so we can't do
You know
that.
what? When that happens, it's like, oh well.
Go ahead and justify it. Come on, Kirk. Please.
I already answered this.
Would you? Could you stay?
You can add stuff to that.
And you've had great sex
desert
before that.
can be helped.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to figure it out.
You know what?
I like to point out how quickly Tammy said she'd rock out. And fellas, I have not heard the same from
Yes.
Of course he would ride out. He's joking. He would ride out.
What about you, Envy?
I would definitely ride out. Absolutely.
Your wife's
positively.
listening. Hey, Gia.
Yes, it doesn't matter. There's other things that she can do. It's not just if that's a desert. There's other things.
Yeah.
So you're
But
rocking
see, to
out.
me, it's not. To me, it's not quite the same, because there is something you
That
can
can fix.
do.
Correct.
Yeah, there's
It's
things you
easier.
can do for
Man, you can't
for,
fix
for
that.
the desert.
Correct.
And a lot of times when we're not responding like that, it's usually the man's fault.
It's always our fault.
It's never. That I don't have that problem.
Good. All right, well, don't move. We have more with Kirk and Tammy Franklin when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our guest co-host, Claudia Jordan, is here. We're still kicking it with Kirk and Tammy Franklin. Claudia?
What's the best thing about each other? Can you guys tell us like the best thing about each other?
Oh man, she's my superhero. She's Tammy's the bar. You know, as I say all the time, and I know we got cameras watching, so you know this is something that I'll stand behind. If Tammy and I, God forbid, don't ever make it, and I mean this on God, Tammy gets everything.
Y'all heard it? It's been recorded
100%.
several times. 100%.
You have witnesses now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of witnesses.
We got you.
100%. She'll get everything. It's because everything that I have has been because of her support, her commitment. When I look at these kids and the incredible just gems that they've become, leave everything. I'll go sleep in a cardboard box somewhere. And I mean that. Now, that ain't just TV talk. If something happened and me and my wife didn't make it, give her everything. I don't care. I could care less.
Tammy, you're my hero.
So,
please write a book. Teach us. Teach the rest of us.
But that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
If you're married with somebody, she has your children, she takes care of the house and all that. You want your kids to have the best, and 9 times out of 10, your kids are not going to be happy if mom is not happy.
Right.
yeah.
I hate that it's easy now, like when you're in a good place, but then people sometimes
They
change
change.
when they're mad at you or resentful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
But
I
that's why we have
also...
it on tape right now. So we
Right.
Well, and I also live based on the way that my life has been constructed, you know, because remember my, you know, like, and I don't want to go into details even right now, but I'm dealing with a new family drama. I'm talking about that is very, very painful for me. And, you know, and she heard me breaking down the other day on the phone, man, you know, like right before we came to New York,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it's just, you know, like my past family and these family things, like they've never gone away. Like it's always something that come up. And so it's like I'm never living where the wounds get healed, whether it's stuff with my son or stuff with other family members. And now I've got some new stuff that is even probably the most painful I've ever dealt with. I got a voice message from somebody I haven't heard from that I let Tammy hear just yesterday. Haven't heard from in almost 25 years. And it's like I can feel the anxiety and the trauma even when I heard their voice message. It's like, you know, yeah.
How do you deal with that though? Because you know it's
Well, I
people
don't.
come to you. They come to you for love and help, right? Because they a lot of people feel like, you know, he's a man of the cloth. He's
And
in the
I hate
gospel.
all that. I hate all
and they
that.
come to you for
hate
that.
all that.
You know,
Yeah.
so who do you go to besides your wife? Like who can you lean on when you're having those problems? And
Yeah.
you're having family problems, and especially in this world, there might be somebody you can't trust because you feel if I tell him, it's going to leak to the
Facts,
public. So
facts,
who do you
facts.
trust? You know.
Facts. Well, first of all, you know, because I don't have family, is I don't have a lot, you know, but my natural response is to be alone. That's my natural. And then that hurts her, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Right.
And then you run to work and you overwork as men because you know, and then because now my kids are gone, I don't have something to nurture because as men we have to nurture. So you know, it's been a hard season for you.
And how's the relationship with your son now? Is that better? Did y'all patch it up, or still not having that conversation yet?
No, it's not better, and you know, we just, you know, y'all just keep praying for us.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I want to ask Tammy because I got to ask you, what's your favorite thing about your husband?
I think his ability to make me smile, like at any given moment. I can be mad at him. He just will come in and just, which, you know, the day I met him, that, you know, he made me smile. He made me laugh.
Towelgate.
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 You like that?
I love it.
You can keep that.
But he makes me smile. Makes me happy.
That's so important.
Yeah. And he's my friend. Yeah, we're really, really good friends. I think that's been part of, you know, a lot of people ask, what's the secret? What's the sauce? And we don't have, you know, this magic wand. But I would say friendship. And I'm sure you can relate to that. Friendship with your spouse is so important. And it was important to me. He didn't quite get it at first when we were first, you know, dating. He thought I was putting him in the friend zone. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting you in the friend zone. It's just so important. And now 27 years later, we see why.
Gotcha. Now, Saturday Night Live, you were on Saturday Night Live with Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, man.
How was that? How did that collab happen?
You know, man, I just get called. It's just the most amazing thing. I just get calls. I got a call from a rapper that you would not believe that I'm gonna jump on their record, female rapper that it's like you be like, yo, Kirk, and so yeah, you know, it's like, you know, I'm really grateful, you know, you know, and I love music, still do music. I've got a new song out now called All Things.
We're about to play it now.
And, oh man, thank you, man.
Can you give us a hint who the rapper is? Because I'm nosy.
It's a female
Female.
rapper.
I know.
Female, and then you know, you would never think.
Which one?
Don't
Just
say
let
it.
the record come out.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We want the exclusive here at the Breakfast Club.
You know what? Because if it's a rapper that I think it is, if he says it, she gonna go left. So
Okay.
let's hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Also, I want to ask you. I want to go back to something you said before you get out of here. You said when I was like, people call you because you're a man of the cloth, and you said you hate that.
I hate that.
What makes you hate that?
I hate it because once again, people want you to do all the work of getting to God and just give them the cliff notes. Like when I see people in the airport and say, yo, Kurt, man, pray for me. I'll always stop and say, brother, I will, but I do want you to know he hears your prayer just as quick as he hears mine. People think you've got this VIP lock on God just because you do his music. Bro, I may be worse off than you. And I just think that these images of faith and marriage and all of these ideals that we construct in our minds, that we are not going to be better people and closer to the dreams we want until we realize and see that everybody is in the same boat with us. Like I hate this elitist approach that even Christians have when they talk to people. It's like, you need Jesus. You need to come to him. Let me help you. It's like, instead of this where I'm a patient, I'm a doctor talk to patient, I'd like to talk to people like I'm a patient in the same bed next to you. And I need to tell you about the doctor.
When you see, sometimes you see a lot of bishops and pastors and preachers, right? And you see a lot of the stuff that they're going through where they don't feel like they're doing the right thing for their congregation. How do you feel that affects what you do and affects the church, right? Especially the one that, in New York right now that's going through is problems. It just feels, I think it takes away from what the church is trying to do. And I think it takes away from some of the good preachers and pastors and bishops. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think, first of all, just much love to the pastors and churches that are doing good things. You know what I'm saying? Eric Mason, Charlie Dates, Tony Evans, Kenneth Ulmer, people like Emmanuel Lambert and, Trip Lee and Lecrae and, Tim Ross. Tim Ross, just
not a pastor, but
yeah.
But amazing things.
yes. So there's some ones that are really killing it, and and that Darius Daniels,
yes, Atlanta,
yeah. And so, but I think that the light needs to be shined on them, and I do believe that in loving ways we do have to address the clown. We gotta address the goofies, because I think that the goofies and the clowns, you're right, they make the job more difficult.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Man, thank y'all for having us, man.
I mean, I'm gonna be like the guy in the airport. We need you to leave with a prayer. We need you to leave here with a prayer. So,
man, first of all, man, Father, thank you for just this opportunity, man. We don't understand why you always allow things to get so crazy in our lives. We know the world, it's bananas right now, but Pops, I gotta trust you. I gotta trust that you know what you're doing with all of the hurt that people are going through. I'm just asking you, please, Pops, some kind of way, man. I need for you to just shed some light on some dark areas in your children's lives right now. So many people want to know where you are. And so I'm putting my confidence in you that you're going to show them that if they just get still and get quiet, they can hear your voice. Because I know that you still got us. I know you still love us. And I believe by faith that you're still there. Even when I don't always feel you, I have to remember that I know you. And I believe that for all of your kids listening right now. Love you in your name, Jesus. Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Well, there you have it. It's Kurt and Tammy Franklin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And don't forget to check out the show May 18th, 9 p.m. on TV1. And the new single that we're going to play right now, All Things. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, sister.
King.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you in person.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. The righteousness of the Breakfast Club right there. Kirk Franklin.
I don't know. Kirk Franklin is a little bit more ratchet.
I
don't know, man.
He's in the middle.
Yeah.
He definitely straddles the church and ratchet fence.
That's what I'm saying. I always say we the perfect balance of ratchet righteousness, but that's supposed to be 50-50. Kirk might be about 70-30.
What, 70 what?
Ratchet and 30 righteous. God's still working on us all.
I think more church people are like that, and I think they should stand on it. They're just being fake. He's being real with it.
Yeah. Kirk's the one you don't want to mess with. He'll turn on you in a second and just, yeah.
He's human.
But I love Kirk Franklin. Shout out to Kirk and his lovely wife, Tammy. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Claudia Jordan's here.
Hey. Just because I'm being quiet don't mean that I don't have that fire up inside of me to get you all the way together.
This is the Rumor Report.
One thing that I'm not is a liar. First of all, my memory is too bad to be a liar. And second of all, there's just too many witnesses. And people know what happened. People know the truth.
On the Breakfast Club. I'll give it to you.
All right, y'all. There's some arrests going on. There's a woman that's been charged with manslaughter after giving illegal butt injections to a model that was a Kim K lookalike. Y'all seen her?
They still doing that to people?
Yeah, I seen that. She died. Yeah, she looked very close to Kim, but her boobs were like
the face
quadruple whatever. The face EF, I don't know. They was humongous.
She had the really, really small waist, huge butt, huge boobs. The face looked like her.
A little bit, yeah.
But she looked ridiculous. Vivian Gomez, 50 years old, was arrested at a Fort Lauderdale airport and charged with 2 felonies, involuntary manslaughter, and practicing medicine with no license. So these people just take not even a weekend course. They just kind of just get a hold of some stuff. We don't know what she was injected with. The family put up a GoFundMe to raise money for the funeral.
That's crazy.
And I can't believe women are still doing this.
Word. I remember when Cardi B came up here years ago. I'm talking about years ago. I think she had just started on Love and Hip Hop. Remember, she was on Breakfast Club and she said, I could die any minute because I don't know what's in me or something like that.
Yeah, because she said she went to a basement in the Bronx or in Queens or something like that.
I just remember she had
I remember
butt
that.
injection.
And I know a lot of people do that. They go to because they can't afford it. They can't afford the procedure, so they go there and get a $500 shot and $700 shot. I know a lot of dancers were doing that at one time, but it's sad because people are dying.
I never got into the whole big butt thing, and I just don't get the importance of it. And half these people the rest of their life is in shambles. A lot of them, right?
That's crazy. But we come from a different era, though. We born and raised in the 1900s. But you was in an Uncle Luke video, Claudia.
I sure was.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look it up. Bounce to the beat.
See?
You try to put me on blast just now.
No.
But what you said, saying, why we say that? Because
you didn't need all of that back then. You just need to be pretty.
Okay.
That's it.
The 90s was about a pretty face.
That's right.
And everybody looked different. Now everybody looks the same, and it's all about a butt and big fake boobs.
They all look like ants.
Yeah, but what do you do when you put those enhancements and then you get a little older and you gain a little weight and then that's those enhancements on top of weight and it just looks...
It looks nuts. And this girl had a
horrible.
heart attack. People having heart attacks in their 20s because of this stuff.
That's
it gets in your bloodstream, and then it's a wrap.
Dang.
All right, Adidas to sell leftover Yeezy inventory and donate proceeds to charity after cutting ties with Kanye over the anti-Semitic remarks. Lots of products still in the inventory. Lots of product, but they're gonna, they want to go ahead and make good on this and do a good deed.
That makes sense. I mean, they're not going to burn all the inventory up. They've been trying to figure out what to do with that product for months.
Yeah, but so they're gonna give Ye a cut though. So Ye will get paid off.
Ye gets 15%.
And Adidas is not making anything. They're gonna give everything to charity or just
I'm sure
percentage.
I'm sure Adidas gonna keep some.
Yeah, well, they weren't gonna lose out on $1.3 billion worth of inventory. They were gonna get some of that money back.
Adidas was in position to lose $549 million if they opted not to repurpose the products.
Yeah, so they were gonna let that go. They let it die down for a little bit. Hopefully, people forget, and then they'll just slide it.
No, it's not like they back in business with Kanye. Let's not get that twisted.
What a huge L, though, right?
Well, this is back in business in a way.
No.
Kanye's gonna get some money off of this.
Yes, but they've been saying for months that they've been trying to figure out what to do with the inventory.
As people say, this is the gateway to open up conversations to start doing business.
I highly doubt it, because the reality is if they weren't giving this to charity, people would be highly upset if they were just selling these and letting Kanye get 15%.
They're giving us a small percentage to charity, and
you
that's,
don't know what the percentage is. How you gonna say it's small?
I thought I seen a small
you don't even
percentage.
know what the percentage is.
I thought I did see a small percentage to charity.
I just saw charity.
I didn't see the percentage, but it says that Yeezy brand is estimated to make up to around 8% of Adidas annual revenue. Big loss for the organization.
But even if they give a large amount to charity, they're still making a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, but the only way they can justify selling Yeezy product and allowing Yeezy to get a cut without having, these Jewish organizations be up in arms is to give to charity. And I guarantee the charities are probably going to be Jewish organizations.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
But so next year, when Yeezy has another line out, they won't say the same thing?
There's not going to be another line.
You don't think so?
No,
you don't think they're going to reconvene conversations?
No, this is the inventory. This is the last. I'm pretty sure this is the last line. That's why this is the inventory they did.
After losing like $1 billion, I don't know. They're probably kind of done with him.
I can't see Adidas just letting it go after that and just letting him start over with another company. I don't know.
It is
What
crazy.
other company?
I don't know.
Y'all are crazy.
We see this all the time. Somebody messes
No,
up,
we
and then
don't.
5 years later they go back to another company and they start all over. We see this
after they atone in a really big way.
He doubled down.
Yeah, tripled down, quadrupled
But then
down.
he apologized.
Cinco de Mayo
A
down.
week ago, he said he watched the movie, and the movie made him see that he was wrong.
I'm not talking to you no more.
It's too late. It's too late, Envy.
I'm not talking to you.
All right.
You're just proving our point.
But I watch these companies gonna do it. I know.
You think so?
Yeah.
Want to bet on it?
No.
Let's put some money on it.
I'm not betting.
I'm a betting woman.
I'm not betting on
Not
Kanye.
money, Claudia. Tell him to bet his butt.
Well, Envy, Charlamagne wants me to bet your butt. Would you be willing to bet
That's
your
right.
butt?
Bet your butt. I put my mouth on the line all the time.
So listen, we're gonna
But
bet.
you lose. You lose.
I haven't lost yet.
You did lose.
Who did I lose to?
It sounds like you're both
6-9.
winning.
No, I did not.
Yes, you
You
did.
didn't beat those charges.
So we're gonna bet Charlamagne's mouth against Envy's butt. You know what? Every time I come here, it's something like every single time.
Something lost. You owe somebody your mouth. I just don't remember who it was.
I have not lost yet.
All right.
You bet your mouth a lot?
You want?
What's going on, Charlamagne? Huh? I thought you was in therapy. Like, who's your therapist? You need your money back. A lot of repressed homosexuality here in the studio today, Breakfast Club.
I don't repress nothing. I let it fly.
Yeah, I see, clearly. What that mouth do. And Envy, the butt? You good with that? Is Gia okay? I'm going to call Gia.
Oh, my goodness.
Your penis will do that to you, man.
Excuse me.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, thank you. That is your rumor report.
It's Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday! All right, Charlamagne.
Oh my God, what am I on?
Oh boy, who are you giving the donkey to?
4 after the hour.
Your mouth.
We need 4 after the hour. My mouth is going to have a petty party because there's an injustice happening to a young brother named Michael out here. And American Airlines, y'all need to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with y'all. Damn it!
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
It's tough to find that right person, especially when it comes to hiring for an open role. But ZipRecruiter's matching technology makes it easy to find and invite great candidates to apply to your jobs. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkeys of the Day, ask Charlamagne.
I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed bag.
So like a donkey. Yeehaw. Okay.
Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Donkey of the Day for Friday, May 12th goes to an airline that Forbes says is the number 9 best airline of 2023, American Airlines. American Airlines, I don't think we've forgotten some of your transgressions over the years, okay? When y'all kicked the good sister Tamika Mallory off the plane over a seat dispute, if I remember correctly, the airline acknowledged that the company mishandled the seating situation, and Tamika ended up sitting down with the CEO of American Airlines, Doug Parker. But American Airlines, y'all been accused of racial discrimination quite a few times. Talib Kweli claimed in an Instagram video that his rights were violated after he was threatened with arrest and removed from the plane over the size of his luggage, which he says was cleared at the gate. And Sha'Carri Richardson was forced off her flight after an argument with a flight attendant who Richardson said was harassing her and trying to intimidate her over shooting a video. And there was the brother, a black man who filed a lawsuit in Florida that accused American Airlines of blatant racial discrimination for kicking him off a flight from Miami to Atlanta after an argument with a flight attendant during the boarding process. So yeah, American Airlines, we keep one eye on y'all at all times for obvious reasons. But out of all the things that I've heard you guys accused of, this one is beyond despicable. And I don't even use the word despicable often because I got a list, and when I say despicable, I sound just like Daffy Duck, okay?
You're despicable.
That's right. I get to spitting all over the mic, so I don't use that word unless it's absolutely necessary. And in this case, it's absolutely necessary. This is despicable. Would you like to know what American Airlines has done now? Let's go to Fox 2 News for the report, please.
You can't do this to somebody that's disabled. Just say, hey, we lost something of yours, but we're not going to pay for it.
But that's what he says American Airlines is telling him. This all started in 2020. Williams was flying from Indianapolis to Charlotte on his way home to St. Louis.
The special made leg, I put it in my suitcase. I put the sticker on it that says fragile. When I get to St. Louis airport, they roll me downstairs to baggage claim. I'm sitting there waiting for my luggage to come off and never comes off.
Williams tells us he followed all of AA's delayed or damaged baggage protocols, verified what was missing, and submitted a claim. He said he eventually received a reimbursement check for a little more than $600.
You know, this is to cover the clothes.
But when he communicated with American a few weeks later about reimbursing him for the lost prosthetic, he says a representative said this.
We don't have enough proof or enough evidence to pay for the leg, so we're not going to pay for the leg.
He says the lost prosthetic wasn't cheap.
$26,000.
American Airlines, y'all just lost this man's prosthetic leg. You should be absolutely positively ashamed of yourselves, okay? What Michael said is absolutely true. You can't do this to someone that's disabled. You can't just say, hey, we lost something of yours, but we're not going to pay for it. It's a prosthetic leg. What is Michael supposed to do now? You're complicating his life and the life of others who have to interact with him. You ever worked at a bank and had a one-legged man at the ATM asking you to help him check his balance? Huh? You don't know whether to look at his account or push him over. Okay? Poor Michael, you just messing with this man's employment, American Airlines. I'm almost positive there's jobs your body parts get you, and now that he doesn't have his prosthetic leg, it's limiting his employment options. For example, historically, big-breasted women have worked at Hooters, right? We can agree on that, right? Well, where do people with one leg work at? Huh?
IHOP.
Clearly. Okay? But what if Michael doesn't want to work at IHOP?
That was good.
Okay? What if Michael doesn't want to work at IHOP, American Airlines, all right? With all the bad press y'all have gotten over the years, the discrimination allegations, it would be incredible for American as a staff airline and mother effing crew to simply buy this young man a new prosthetic leg, okay? All y'all sent this man was a reimbursement check for a little more than $600? Michael's prosthetic leg was $26,650. I don't think Michael could afford a prosthetic pinky toe with $600. Okay, listen, if any executives from American Airlines listen to The Breakfast Club, if you're watching us on BET, you should do the right thing and take care of Michael. American Airlines, with all the bad press y'all have received over the years, this act of kindness would give y'all a real leg up on the competition. Okay, I don't even understand why this is okay to y'all. All right, the fact that they lost his property, a prosthetic limb, and won't pay for a new one is inhumane. With all the hundreds of millions of dollars y'all make, y'all don't have $26,000 to help Michael out? It's not like it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, American Airlines, but that's what Michael riding on your plane cost him. Well, at least a leg. He still has 2 arms, but 1 leg. Man can't even spell Allah. ALAH. That's not how it's supposed to be. This is unbelievable, okay? What should be a PR's dream, y'all are turning into a PR nightmare. And for what? This story doesn't even seem real. When I first heard it, I thought someone was pulling my leg, okay? But no, it's real. And all Michael was trying to do is travel the best way he knows how, giving his all, putting his best prosthetic foot forward, and you can't have the decency to cover something that you lost? You know what kind of inconvenience you're bringing to his life? How can American Airlines even justify this? What leg do they have to stand on, okay? What if Michael wanted to do karate? Now he can only do partial arts because of the negligence of American Airlines. Please let Remy Ma give American Airlines the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
That's foul. I am disgusted, and I think we should have a petty party. We should call American Airlines customer service line, okay, and have a petty party in Michael's name until American Airlines does the right thing and sends this young man money for a new leg. 1-800-433-7300 is the number to American Airlines, and American Air is their Twitter. Okay, 1-800-433-7300 is the number, and American Air is their Twitter. Let's go have a petty party and demand they do right by Michael. Okay, Michael, you lean on us, and we will lean on American Airlines.
Yeah, you could just go to the last picture. What comment you want to leave? What
they got an Instagram too?
Instagram, yeah.
American Air too?
Charlamagne, really?
What?
All the things you said just now?
What'd I say?
What did you say?
I'm just coming to the support of a young brother who...
Checking your balance? Pulling your leg? Best prosthetic foot forward?
Listen, Claudia.
You had a lot of bars, but goddamn.
All I'm saying is, what if he was heading to a party to celebrate life and the stanky leg comes on? What's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do?
Laffy Taffy?
What's he supposed to do?
I don't know.
Can't.
Petty party.
He can't walk it out. He can't do nothing. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you want to put a sneaker or you want to put a foot? Like even have a foot
do they
or
have
sneaker?
A leg emoji?
They have a
okay. If they got a leg emoji, demand justice.
Oh, they
for
got
Michael.
a leg. Oh, they got a prosthetic leg.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do. They got a prosthetic leg.
Go to American
prosthetic
Air Twitter,
leg.
American Air Instagram. Leave a prosthetic leg.
Yes.
Demand that they get Michael a prosthetic leg.
So you go to your emojis and type in leg, and it'll pop right up. It's a prosthetic.
Really?
First it's a turkey leg, then it's a white leg, and then it's a prosthetic leg. Prosthetic leg.
Go.
All right.
Go.
Thank you, Charlamagne, for that donkey of the day.
That's y'all homework for this weekend while the credits are rolling on BET.
If you go there, you'll see mine. I started it. All right, Charlamagne, thank you for that donkey today.
Right now.
Oh my God.
BET, we'll see you guys Monday. Peace, BET.
Bye.
Everybody else, all right. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday! Hey.
And the Freaky Friday question comes from White Boy Rick. Shout out to White Boy Rick if you've seen the movie. It's based off of his life. He's actually the homie. He comes to all my car shows. But recently he was in the news because allegedly he got into a situation with a woman where allegedly they were having sex and he called out the wrong name. All right. So we're asking, what are some turn-offs in the bedroom? What happened to you in the bedroom that turned you off immediately? I'm sure that turned that young lady off.
Right. Yeah.
So 800-585-1051. Mine, if me and the wife is ever doing a doing and the kid knocks on the door, or the kid screams or something, or that immediately.
Yeah.
Like that, I can't. It's just whatever.
Does it happen a lot?
Yes, I got 6 kids, so there's always somebody, knocking on the door, or kicking down the door, or mommy, I need this. That it always happens.
Charlamagne, what's yours? What's a turnoff? Seems like you're down for whatever.
Yeah, I really don't have. Once I'm on, I'm on. I really don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I'm trying to think.
Odors
give
to
me a
me.
minute.
Odors.
Odor?
Like a bad breath.
Who are you dealing with odors?
People have bad breath.
Jesus
and
Christ.
a lot of y'all Negroes don't drink enough water.
Jesus, all right, let's talk about it. 800-585-1051 is Freaky Friday!
It's true.
It's Freaky Friday, goddamn.
The Breakfast Club. 1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Claudia Jordan, with us this morning.
What's good?
And it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
And the Freaky Friday question comes from White Boy Rick. Shout out to White Boy Rick. He supports me at all my car shows. But the question is, he allegedly got into an incident where he said another woman's name while he was having sex. And him and a woman got into an altercation. I'll say allegedly. I heard there's more to the story, and I'll let him tell it. But we're taking it away from there and asking, what are turnoffs in the bed for you? Charlamagne says nothing.
No,
Everything turns him on.
I don't.
Even when your kids knock on the door, you got 4.
Well, that's different. That's not like turn on.
It does, because after that,
I consider that an interruption. Like, I'm not turned off when they knock on the door. It's just you're interrupted.
I got to start back up. It's like, the car, you got to go.
Interrupted. A turn off is when you just turned off. Yeah.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
I think. I haven't experienced this in quite a long time, but yeah, I would think older, like Claudia said.
Yeah, like someone, like if a guy has bad breath and he licks your boobs,
and then you got to stink nipple.
You're like, that's you. That's you.
That's you.
That's you. Or I like a little bit of a pressure around my neck sometimes, right? If they do it too hard, like you're choking a man. Like, I'm a woman, be gentle with it. Be strong.
You have to tell somebody like that. Chill.
I'm too strong. Don't do it. This isn't for you, boo. This isn't your thing.
That would be messed up. You all sexual, you choke somebody.
Hey. It's not supposed to really be a choke. It's supposed to be kind of like a fantasy.
Somebody up here said something. We were talking, and he said that when he's doing it and the young lady is like, are you there yet? Are you there yet? You know what I mean? Because that shows that she might not be enjoying it.
But she wants
to finish you.
Yeah.
That's the wrap it up music.
Yeah, but that's not, when you get that, it's like, oh, man.
But not for nothing.
I thought we was having a good time.
But not for nothing. The person you're talking about is big. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody, you ain't had to say all that.
You said it. So I'm just saying.
I did not say that. His name is Big Mack. That could be anything.
But so the person is big. So just imagine, the weight on you, and she's like, "Oh, you finished?"
What's with you, man?
Are you right?
I thought that's your man.
That is my man.
What's up with you? Why?
Why?
For what? What was that for? Why?
So you're saying if she's on the bottom?
Correct.
If she's on the bottom, it's hard to be on the bottom of a regular size.
He said he was sitting from the back. He was behind her. Huh? He wasn't on top of her. He was behind her.
Could you imagine the weight behind her?
But sometimes from the back, it really hurts, though.
Yes.
Really?
You really get to it.
I said yes, like I know, right? I said no.
I know. And your voice, your voice went mad high too. Like you really meant that. Yes.
From the back, it really hurts. Envy. Yes. Yes.
I hate you. Let's go to the phone lines.
Y'all telling yourselves left and right today.
Oh my goodness. Jesus. Hello, who's this?
What up, man? This is Mom from the East Side Detroit.
What's up, bro? What are some turn-offs in the bedroom for you, bro?
Man, when you get the nibble on your ear and that hair stink, man. Sometimes the hair stink.
The hair stink.
You said hair or ear?
Yeah, the hair. The hair.
Oh, yeah.
No, hair stink. Jesus.
Gotta wash your weaves, ladies.
Hello, who's this?
This old school daddy.
All right, what's up, brother? What turns you off in the bedroom?
Fish legs and black pantyhose.
Fish legs and black pantyhose.
Fish nets or fish what?
Or fish smell?
Yeah. Nah, fish legs and black pantyhose. So when you take the pantyhose off and then you act like you're gonna get some bait, some fish tackle, that's what I mean. That tartar smell to bring all the fishes out.
Oh. My daddy say, if it smell like cologne, leave it alone. If it smell like fish, eat all you wish.
No, Charlamagne. No. Your daddy told you wrong. Your father told you that?
My daddy used to say all the time. If it smell like cologne, leave it alone. If it smell like fish, eat all you would.
Did he have sore throats a lot?
No. 2023, that's some good advice. Think about it.
Hello.
Good morning. My name is Jasmine.
Shout out to your pops. Hey, Jasmine.
Good morning. So my biggest turn off is when we're tonguing each other down. We're hot and heavy in the moment, and then he want to tongue my ear, and I'm hearing that like nasty nonsense and lip smacking and all that extra.
How old are you,
And
Mama?
I say like,
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah. Because see, in the 20s is where you put your tongue all in somebody's ear.
That's gross. Earwax
Never.
is disgusting.
Who are you dating with that got
And then
earwax?
you want to turn around and kiss
Everybody got earwax. I ain't
Y'all
never
clean
did
your
that.
Yeah.
That's a move I ain't never tried.
I don't care how clean. You are, how much you clean your ears with Q-tips. No.
Not my ear.
Which is crazy, though, because you probably like it in your...
Hey.
Why you hang up on the lady?
I didn't mean to hang on. I didn't know you was going to go into the butt.
I'm
My
just
bad.
saying.
Oh, you didn't know? You've been doing this 13 years?
I'm still here.
I've been here twice. It's every time.
You knew it was going in the butt. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I'm sorry. We just having butt talks up here. Freaky Friday. We asking what are some turnovers in the bedroom for you, Mama?
To me, a turn off is no rhythm, excessive pubic hair, like that's too nappy, that's not cut and maintained, and just overall not knowing what you're doing, because we too old not for you not to be knowing what you're doing at this point.
Well, men can always learn. Everybody can always learn.
And they could cut their pubic hair off.
But bad rhythm, you can't fix that. Like, they have that, like, that real quick, like that rabbit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the ego, like they know what they're doing, but they don't.
Yeah.
Please.
All right,
so what do? You tell them you can't dance?
Just say slow down, baby.
Okay.
You gotta slow down. Like, we're on different rhythms.
Jesus. All right. Well, 800-585-1051 is Freaky Friday. And the Freaky Friday question is, what are some turnoffs in the bedroom? Call us up. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. It's freaky.
Call in now. 800-585-1051.
Hey, look, where are my freaks at?
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Claudia Jordan here, our guest host. And it's Friday, so you know what that means?
It's Freaky Friday!
And the Freaky Friday question is, what are some turnoffs in the bedroom? This came from, shout the white boy Rick. Allegedly, it was reported that him and his girl got into a situation, or him and a girl, and she said that during sex, he called the wrong name. So we're just asking, what are some of your turnoffs? Hello, who's this?
It's your boy Lovey from the Bronx, a.k.a. Mr. 13.
All right, Lovey. So what are some turnoffs for you, bro?
It's Freaky Friday, so this is the problem I have with Queens. If you don't want a well-endowed man, don't sign up for it. I co-host this woman. It took me 3 months. We rented a room. She got dressed and walked away after she seen it.
After she saw it?
She got dressed and walked away after she seen the 13 and a half. So I need women.
Oh, you never met Claudia. This our guy.
Lovey's his name. He has a 13.5-inch penis.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So he says a lot of women are scared of it. So he says when women, I guess, walk away when they see it, that's a turnoff.
So technically your penis is the turnoff.
Yeah, it's you, bro.
You can't be mad at her for that, though. She knows her limitations.
But then they put restrictions on you, like I can't have a shot, I can only have missionary.
I don't feel sorry
I
for
need a
you.
woman to tap in.
I don't feel sorry for you
I
at
don't
all.
feel sorry for
That
you.
hurts. You know how that feels like? Envy, Charlamagne?
I have no idea.
I don't.
I'd be scared too. I have no idea.
13 and a half inches going in?
Jesus. Hello, who's this?
This is Angela.
Hey, Angela. Good morning. What are some turnoffs in the bedroom for you?
I would say too much conversation, too much talking.
What do you mean too much talking? Like dirty talking, or like asking you how your day was?
No, like whispering things, or but people that want you to repeat things to you, say this and have full conversations. It gets to be a lot.
I feel you. I had that before. My ex-boyfriend would ask me weird-ass questions that were like, I didn't answer him. I was ignoring him. I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up and finish. Like, why you asking me? I don't want to answer your questions right now.
I've gotten that. I've been told to shut the hell up.
Really? What questions do you ask, y'all?
It don't matter. But I've been told to shut up. Ain't you talking too much?
Not everybody's good at sex talk. Like, it is definitely a skill, and some people come off, they show how perverted and weird they are in that moment. You're like, I like sexiness, but then it gets weird.
Oh, you just talk too much. Like I think it's one of those things where less is more. Like I don't think you're supposed to have a whole conversation.
But what are you saying?
You can't do a podcast.
How was your day?
You know what I'm saying? You can't do a whole monologue.
It should be it should be a little bit of like half sentences here and like a baby this, you like this. It's not.
That's right.
Don't be asking me stupid questions.
That's right.
Hello,
And
who's
that's
this?
me. I'm the stupid question.
Rolanda, what's up?
Hey, Rolanda, what do you hate in the bedroom?
I hate hard breathing.
Now, Rolanda, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people out there that don't work out, so you're gonna get a lot of hard breathing.
So you saying fat people?
Right.
People with sleep apnea?
No,
what
it's
you
not
saying?
even fat people though. You don't gotta be fat to have hard breathing.
Yeah, that's true.
You work out, Rolanda?
I don't. I need to though.
You probably breathe hard too now, Mama.
I don't. I really don't.
Hard breathing. You ever dealt with a hard breather, Claudia?
Probably. I'm 50.
Thank you, Mama. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Anton from South Carolina.
Hey, Anton.
SC all day.
We're talking,
Yes,
it's
sir. Good morning.
Freaky Friday. We're just asking, what are some turnoffs in the bedroom, brother?
When you get it in, you hear a fart noise, and it come out the one that stinks and not the one that winks.
Oh, you talking about...
I disagree.
What fart you talking about?
Well, you like that.
I like that sound.
I remember
You mean
that
queef or you talking about fart?
The fart, not the stink hole. Maybe the wink hole, but not the stink hole.
I ain't never seen
Wait,
this.
even a queef or fart? What do you mean?
You talking about fart?
Yeah, a fart.
I think you mistaken queefs for farts, bro.
Yeah.
I love
You put too
queefs.
much air in it. That means you've been going fast. You pumped it real fast.
No, but I think he's talking about coming out the back end.
Man,
that's just nasty, bro.
I am a member of a tribe called Queef. I love a good queef.
Yeah, I don't think you're talking queefing.
Call me Chief Queef.
If a girl farts with you, she don't really like you that much.
That is disrespectful.
She don't care.
Right?
She's like, I don't care. And best believe it's going in the group chat. I farted in his face. Like,
Jesus.
One of my friends said she did that. She didn't care about him. Just saying.
Jesus. Well, thank you, brother.
Girls are experts at holding in their farts. We do it our entire life. If she farts during sex, she does not care.
She don't care about you at all.
No, she's like, whatever, man.
Is that a way? Is that another way to say wrap it up too?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Jesus Christ.
So what's the moral of the story, guys?
I don't know. Ask Claudia.
13 inches is too much.
That's all she got. She's still stuck on that.
Y'all think like what, 5-6 inches? What do y'all think?
Charlamagne, what do you like?
8.
What do I like? What you talking about?
All right. Well,
pick a number between 1 and 13.
No, I don't know what y'all talking about. Last thing I heard was the 13 half inch penis. What happened?
All right. Well, when we
happened?
come back, Nyla Simone will be joining us. Of course, she does Pass the Aux each and every Friday where she puts us on to some music that we should be listening to or that's new. So we'll get into that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Nyla Simone and it's time for Pass the Aux.
Yes. All right. So this
You
week
got an intro because you relax.
Oh.
Relax and let your intro play.
Go.
It's time for Pass the Aux with DJ Nyla.
Yup.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
Damn.
All right. Well, Pass the Aux is where Nyla comes up here and she puts us on the records that are out or maybe old, or records that we should know about. So, Nyla, let's get into it.
Yes, I'll be a lot calmer now. Sorry.
I know why you're so hyped because you about to play some new Soulja Boy. Let's go. Soulja got an album out.
Actually, I like to take time with the new music that sits, so it's no same week drops that are going to be on PDA.
No Big Soulja?
Not yet.
That's just a good way for her to say she ain't messing with Soulja.
Not yet. I gotta listen to the project.
You right,
it's
you
only
right.
8 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever.
You right.
All right, boom. So we're gonna start with Peaches and Eggplants from Young Nudy featuring 21 Savage.
Okay, I like that.
Young Nudy been making hard records though.
Absolutely.
Nah, Young Nudy tough.
And 21 Savage verse is really fire on here too.
That's dope. Peaches and Eggplants.
Him and 21 do good collaborations. What was the song they had before it? Child's Play?
It just dawned on me what Peaches and Eggplants actually mean.
No, asses and you just caught it. That's why I keep saying it.
I mean, I caught it like this morning.
He's saying eat your whole in the hook.
Yeah, but it just hit me.
That's what he's saying, right?
No, he's saying like he's her.
You can't say
curse
that.
now.
Well, he's saying like they're having sex.
I thought he was saying eat your O. Eat your hole.
In your hole, like in your girl.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
in your hole. All right, I thought he was saying eat your hole.
You know Uncle Lil O.
Eat your hole.
He's saying like what a headboard. Eat your hole.
Eat your hole. That's what I thought he was saying.
My goodness gracious.
Is that to Envy?
That's definitely not to me.
To the Young Nudy.
All right, next we're gonna take it to the West Coast. Kinda, it's an old Jeezy song. He's a part of Shoreline Mafia. Is it Shoreline Mafia?
This is your segment.
This is
All right,
your
well,
segment.
OGZ, I'm pretty sure he's a part of Shoreline Mafia,
Okay.
and he got they flipped Freak Leak by Petey Pablo. Be a Bodied, so I kind of wanted to skip to Bia's verse, but OGZ did just drop a project, which is hard, so you guys should check that out too.
Saweetie just did this. Saweetie literally just did the Freak Leak sample.
My Type. Hers is different.
Well, My Type, but I'm saying My Type was such a huge record. When I hear Bia on there, I literally hear. I'm waiting for the hook. I'm literally waiting to hear that. That's my type. That's my type.
Well, that's just you. I'm not.
I think it's way too close to sample that song
quick.
again.
But they probably recorded it around the same time. She just getting it out to it. But I think it's.
I just scrapped it.
Well, Jeezy already had it out. It's his record.
Oh, okay.
And then Bia's just featured on it.
But My Type was so huge. I honestly, I wouldn't have put that out if I.
So now nobody can touch Freak Leak. And
I'm just saying it's too soon. Like My Type was just how long ago?
About 3 years ago.
And that was a huge record.
Wow, you guys are all hitting these oohs and a little strong right now. Like that, I think Jess's accent is rubbing off on y'all. Record.
But shout out to Petey Pablo. Petey Pablo, I had a beef a long time ago, and Petey Pablo was one of the artists that stood up for me. So shout out to Petey Pablo. Always respect him.
Shout out to Petey. That's what's up. I'm happy to hear that. I can't believe you guys are doing that to the record. Okay. Well, anyway, the last one is another sample. I hope this isn't a problem that he flipped it. It's an artist named Nepa. He's from the United Kingdom. And how he was introduced to me is he's the UK's version of Brent Faiyaz. And this song is called Pay the Price.
Okay.
Who was that again?
Nepa. He's from the UK.
Okay. Salute to Nepa.
Liked it.
It was cool.
I didn't dislike it.
I gotta hear the whole version, but it was cool.
I gotta hear the whole thing.
Man, you guys are just y'all are really tough today.
Because I didn't hear the whole
It's Friday.
thing.
It's freaking Friday. Y'all energy.
I didn't hear the whole thing, Nyla, and you played the sample. It was
First
just
you
cool.
came for the Bia record. Now you don't like the
We
Nepa
didn't come
record.
for the Bia record. We just gave constructive criticism. I just think it's too close to the Saweetie sample of Freak Leak and the Nepa record.
But mad people said Bryson Tiller and J. Cole had both sampled the Deja Vu record, and what was Bryson's version of that?
I don't even know, but I know Saweetie My Type because it was a huge record.
It dropped in the same year, and both were huge records.
Which one was? You can't even remember the name of it.
Deja Vu by
J. Cole.
Cole,
Yep, of course.
and then the Bryson one.
I don't even remember the Deja Vu record by Cole.
You remember that one? It was on the radio all day long.
How did it used to go?
How did Deja Vu go? Play the
Put a
Deja Vu
finger,
record.
put a finger in the sky if you want.
Put us, that was J. Cole.
Hands that to the top.
That was what was the Bryson record?
No, and the Bryson one was
No, don't think about you.
I didn't dislike the Nepa
That was
record.
right. No, don't think about you.
Was that it?
I don't even remember. But here's the thing, I didn't dislike the Nepa record. It just didn't sound like nothing I haven't heard before.
I'm moving on from the Nepa record because I'm still mad about what you said about the Jeezy and Bia record, but it's okay because
Salute to Jeezy and Bia, salute to Nepa, salute to all them youngins doing their thing. All I'm simply saying is the Nepa record didn't sound like nothing I haven't heard before. That's all.
all right, okay.
There's a certain sound that certain R&B has right now, and it sounds just like that to me.
So you're saying he needs to think outside the box.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Nyla, for joining us.
Yeah, no.
Who you at this weekend?
Thanks for having me. I'll be in Atlanta hosting the live stream for Mary J. Blige's Strength of a Woman Festival.
Okay. Well, that's dope. I'll be out there too. I got to do there's an R&B picnic I have to DJ.
Nice.
And then it's me and my wife's anniversary, so we going down there. We're going to get a little couple massage. We're going to go to a couple nice restaurants and relax and chill.
How lovely.
Leave the babies at home.
She can have a male anyway.
No.
Okay.
No, she can have a male masseuse. I don't care.
Okay,
I just
cool.
don't want one.
Okay, understood. So make sure you guys download the Pass the Aux playlist. You can check it out by clicking my link in bio at NYLASYMONEEE. Also, make sure you guys tap in every Wednesday Twitch for Amazon Music. We have Rotation Roundtable, me, Gabe, Speedy Mormon, Rob Markman, and then also make sure you guys listen to the What Hip Hop Questions, Legends, and Lists on Black Effect.
Would your boyfriend have a problem if you had a male masseuse?
I don't have a boyfriend, but I mean, I would hope not.
Okay. No, you asked like it was a problem or
no, because I
contention.
remember one of our producers had that issue.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that? No.
I wouldn't want a male masseuse. That happened one time, but that's a long story. All right. Up next is the People's Choice Mix. Don't move here.
I bet you it was a long story. By the way, I was on my phone. I wasn't even paying y'all no attention. When I heard that, buddy, I bet you that male masseuse did have a long story, didn't he?
Oh, my goodness. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
So silly.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Enter for a chance to win a VIP trip to see a Live Nation concert in the city of your choice. Concert week is May 10th through the 16th. $25 all-in tickets. Come see all your favorite artists. For entry and rules, visit breakfastclubonline.com. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Claudia Jordan, our guest host, is here. And I just want to tell people, please be careful. You know, I do these car shows, and yesterday there was a scam that we're trying to get Eventbrite, and Eventbrite is horrible. You know, Eventbrite is the people that sell the tickets. They don't have a phone number, so you got to email them, you got to call them, you got to DM them. So if somebody that works at Eventbrite, please hit me up. What people are doing is they're creating their own tickets. So they put my flyer up and then, you know, sell tickets for my event, but it's not my event. So those tickets are not actually, you can't use those tickets. So if you ever go to my event or Charlamagne's event or anybody's event, make sure you know that the person that's actually doing the event is DJ Envy or Charlamagne the God or iHeart or whoever it is, because if not, you know, it's hard to control that. So I see the scam. I posted the scam. Just be careful out there. So if you're looking to purchase tickets for my event, that's May 28th. Look, make sure it says promoted or presented by DJ Envy. If not, it's a scam. Hopefully we're going to get the scam taken down and the money will be refunded. But just be careful out there with whatever you buy, because people out there are doing amazing things to scam you guys out there. So just be very careful. And again, my car show is May 28th in Memphis. It's all about Young Dolph. So we're bringing Young Dolph's whole fleet. The Young Dolph Museum is there. It's going to be a safe, fun family day. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. And then in Houston, we're doing Father's Day weekend, where we're going to salute to all the fathers. If you're looking for a perfect Father's Day gift, that car show is going to be amazing. That's June 18th, Father's Day weekend, New York versus Houston car show.
Word.
All right, now what are you doing this weekend, Claudia?
I'm going to Rhode Island to go to my niece's track meet and then take my mom to Martha's Vineyard, and I think Game 7, Celtics.
Okay.
And Sixers.
Well, we thank you for joining us, Seat Murder.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I tell you, when you're in town, come on, pull up on us.
I will be back.
You are a Breakfast Club listener favorite.
Yes.
I have a good time here.
Yes.
And I bring something out of you guys. Every time I come, I notice.
I bring you guys out of the closet every time I come in.
So it's your mouth and your butt. Got it.
That's the bet.
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the human centipede. Radio.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, don't forget, make sure you follow Claudia Jordan on Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. Make sure you stay up with her and Charlamagne.
Watch our shows.
Cocktail the Queens on Mondays and TGIF on Wednesdays and Fridays on the YouTube channel for Fox Soul.
And you got a podcast with L'Oreal, right?
I do. The Undress Room podcast every Thursday. And the Breakfast Club, whenever y'all return my phone calls and emails.
That is not true. No. You got an open door policy.
Absolutely.
Right. I'll see y'all next week.
Do I have an open door policy?
Shut up. Back door.
Oh, my God. You guys.
All right, listen, on a positive
note, man. First of all, I got to say happy born day to my good sister, my friend, a woman who I love with all my heart, Dolly Bishop. She is the president of the Black Effect Podcast Network. She is the reason the network is as successful as it is, and more importantly, she makes me better. So happy born day, dolls. Love you so much, and that's what my positive note is, man. Hug on your true friends, love on your true friends, and understand that a true friend accepts who you are, but also helps you become who you should be.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?